Just a few days ago, Rooster Teeth had the VP, Vice President of Product and Engineering at their company. A number of claims brought forward against him from his wife, claiming a number of very disgusting incidents that occurred between him and her, to the point where she feared for her own life as well as her daughter's, and has gone to the police department over this. This is currently still being investigated as far as sources are reporting, and Rooster Teeth has yet to make a statement, or have they? It looks like Rooster Teeth hasn't said anything, but there is one Twitter user who claims otherwise, and is currently being signal boosted by some other Twitter users, certain prominent members of Kick Vic even, which is very odd. Something else that's odd, but maybe completely innocent, is that Michael Quinn, the VP being accused, also has a brother, Ryan Quinn, who is also a vice president at Rooster Teeth, except he is the VP of Consumer Products, at least according to the Rooster Teeth fandom Wikipedia site. If he's no longer there, I'm sure they'll update it. They usually do. But so far, that's what we have. Now, I'm not saying that Ryan's guilty. I'm not saying that Michael's guilty. As I mentioned, this still is being investigated for Michael, and it looks like Ryan hasn't been brought into this at all. So it's just something that may be interesting. Give it your consideration. But let's take a look at what Twitter's saying about this, because as I mentioned, apparently they're saying Rooster Teeth made a statement. Let's see what they say. Welcome back. Please consider sharing this video, liking the video, commenting down below, all that stuff that will help the video get traction, because we need to keep Rooster Teeth held accountable. That said, I am willing to give them time to make a statement. I understand this just recently happened. It's been the weekend. I'm willing to give them time. Now, I'm saying a reasonable amount of time. Maybe sometime next week, even Thursday or Friday of next week. I can understand that it's going to take a little while to get the statement out, to get all the facts that they need, and that sort of thing. But I do expect them to make a statement eventually. Let the people know what's going on. Before we continue, take a look at this. This is apparently Mike Quinn's LinkedIn account. And I say apparently because I don't know what his exact URL is, but you type in Google Mike Quinn, Rooster Teeth, LinkedIn, and this is what comes up. And in the bio, it looks like it's him. I just don't know for sure if it is. So make of this what you will on your own. But this might be odd if it got nuked or deleted for some reason. I don't know. I don't use LinkedIn. I don't know what it looks like if an account gets deleted or terminated or suspended. But this might be something odd to give consideration to. Moving on. Anyways, let's get back to the potential fake news. Make your own opinion on this. I will state my opinion, though. I do think this is fake news indeed. Let's read. From this account, Nat Carolina, they write, "Hey, Kick Vic, let's prove we, the RT community, have standards to I stand with Vic, and we do not stand with the things Vic did or Michael Quinn did." In response to this tweet from the same person, Nat Carolina, where they previously wrote this from today. This is the 24th, right? Yes, okay. I just had to double check that. They wrote this. "I have gotten confirmation that the Rooster Teeth VP of Merchandise and Engineering was fired. I'm always proud to be a fan of Rooster Teeth, knowing they do not stand with abusers or creeps. Thank you, Rooster Teeth. Thank you, Jordan Levin." So what exactly is this person's affiliation with Rooster Teeth? If they're getting inside information, they must work there or something, right? But apparently not. You look in their bio. I'm a 22-year-old girl trying to animate. I'm the one who makes the pop dolls. She's sometimes different, mainly she. And I looked them up briefly online. I didn't look much into this person because if they are affiliated with Rooster Teeth, I shouldn't have to dig much. I did a simple Google search, Nat Carolina Rooster Teeth. Nothing came up. So let me just say this. Maybe this person has connections with Rooster Teeth. Maybe they were informed by Rooster Teeth about this. But personally, I don't believe this, man. This is just very suspicious. Let's go back to this tweet, though. "I've gotten confirmation that the Rooster Teeth VP of Merchandise and Engineering," that's not even the proper title. His title is Product and Engineering, not Merchandise and Engineering. And you could say it's semantics, but I feel like this might be intentionally misleading so that they don't get liable for spreading potential lies. Now, I'm not saying they're lying because I don't know. I don't know. As I said, maybe they do have connections somehow, but they don't seem to. And in their profile, that's Jen Brown, I believe. So maybe they think because they met a voice actor or a few Rooster Teeth people a few times or something that they have connections. And maybe they're making this up or not. I don't know, man, but this is definitely suspicious. They then, again, go back to this tweet and quote tweet it and say this. "Hey, Kick Vic, let's prove we, the RT community, have standards." So now I see you have a motive here. You have a motive to potentially lie about this because you're trying to make a point about Kick Vic, about I stand with Vic, and about Vic Mignogna and Rooster Teeth. You have motive to lie. They say, "And we do not stand with the things Vic did or Michael Quinn did." We already read that. Now, there's no proof in any of these links. There's no proof at all. I don't see any merit to this, and I personally do think this is fake news. Another prominent member of KickVic signal boosted this potential fake news, writing this, quote tweeting what we already read and writing this. Nat was able to get direct confirmation that Rooster Teeth did indeed fire Michael Quinn and is doing their due diligence. That doesn't even make sense. Excuse me. They would do their due diligence before they fire the guy. They wouldn't fire the guy and then do due diligence. But then again, this is Rooster Teeth we're talking about. A lot of their business decisions don't make much sense. Maybe this person isn't writing such a hot take after all. I'm being sarcastic. Rooster Teeth probably still wouldn't do that. But hey, what do I know? Maybe I'm being too generous to the company. They write, this is what accountability looks like. Accountability looks like doing your due diligence after you fire someone. That's what you wrote. One more time. Did indeed fire Michael Quinn and is doing their due diligence. What it should say, if this really happened, hypothetically, this is all a hypothetical right now, Rooster Teeth did their due diligence and fired Michael Quinn. Except that shouldn't even be the case because none of you guys should be talking for Rooster Teeth. Neither of you, as far as I understand, are employed by Rooster Teeth or are qualified to make these statements. But you're the ones doing it, not actually Rooster Teeth. So what's going on here, man? Something really shady. And this is not the first time Fanatics from the Rooster Teeth side have done shady things. They've lied about all kinds of people before. They've lied about me before. They try to do very desperate, disgusting things to smear the people they don't like. I'm not saying this person specifically. I'm not saying anyone specifically. But I am saying the fanatical side of the RT fandom has done things like this. Let's finish this. They write, this is what accountability looks like and an example of how you deal with a worst case scenario. Thank you, RT, for doing the right thing. Again, no proof. No proof anywhere. No proof anywhere. In the middle of a Sunday night. Or, to be fair, this was posted in the middle of the day. But still, a Sunday? I don't think, this just doesn't make sense, man. I don't need to rant. And I could easily get into a rant and start rambling here. I'm not going to do it. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, guys. This is some very weird stuff. Actually, you know what? I'm not done yet. If they're lying about this, that's so disgusting. We have someone who might really be might have actually a history of doing really disgusting things. And you guys, instead of doing what you should do if you care about social justice like you pretend to, is you're actually going to stand for the company and defend them and try to brush this all under the rug. If that's what you're doing, I'm so disgusted. And you think people are stupid enough to fall for this? Do you really? Because they're not. Now I'll finish this up, man. I have shouts out. This is just unbelievable. Shouts out for the last two videos. Thank you guys for promoting that. I'm a little upset, I'm going to be honest, because this is some serious stuff. And again, as far as I know, Mike hasn't been actually proven guilty for these things, but it should be taken seriously. And if these people are lying about it, that's not taking it seriously. This is potentially a very serious situation. I mean, even if he's not guilty, it's still a serious situation. The wife has come forward and made this affidavit, so if she's lying, it's still serious. Either way, this is a serious situation that should be taken, again, redundantly, seriously. But here we go, man. Shouts out for the last two videos. Thank you guys for that. Ishra, Bruno, Lancaster Kid, Coden X, Quinnisha L, Becca, Super Speed, Striker R, Crispy No Ken. We got Bruno for the next one. H Princess, Ishra, Lancaster Kid, Andrew, Luminary, Super Speed 21 YT, Mr. G, Ryan J, Brandon, Jur XX, Nkial, and that's all we got, guys. Thank you very much for promoting it. Hope you enjoyed this video too. Again, have a nice rest of your Sunday. Or wherever you are. Maybe you might have some viewers where it's Monday already if you're in Japan. So, hey, shouts out. Wherever you are, guys, have a great rest of the day. I'll see you next time.